And Chief Percy Golden, thank you very much from JFRD, and Chief Ellis Burns with JSO. Thank you all for coming today. The purpose of today's event is to provide an update on the construction of the Stadium of the Future. We have such a tight construction timeline, despite the well wishes of many. We simply did not have the time to do an official groundbreaking when we started, because we literally started construction last January as soon as the team vacated. And we've received numerous inquiries almost on a weekly basis as to the status of what's going on, and that's the impetus for the discussion today. We began construction in earnest last January, and thanks to the hard work of the project's almost 400 construction professionals on site each day, we welcome you today to see some of the progress as we're starting to move vertical with the project. Most of the early work that's been done are things that you wouldn't even see. It's relocation of utility lines, subsurface work, really nothing to see. And this is really one of the first parts of the stadium that is visible to our fans and other guests. The grand staircase behind me is a good example. This is the first of 4 grand staircases that will be located in each corner of the stadium. Escalators will be added adjacent to each of these staircases. So they'll be located to my left, your right of this staircase. And in addition to making it easier for our guests upon their arrival, we will also be utilizing existing escalators that we have here in the south end zone, just to my left. So when you think about those two, the addition of these staircases, 2 additional escalators, just in this end of the stadium, will be doubling the number of escalators to make it much easier for our fans to get to the main concourse. At the top of these stairs, our fans will have a chance to really see for the first time the significantly wider main concourse. And if you look at the top, you'll see as this juts out, that is just one small piece of the significant improvements to our concourses. The significant widening of these concourses will eliminate congestion and provide vantage points for our fans to enjoy scenic views of the St. Johns River and the downtown skyline. Just to give you an idea of how much wider these new concourses are, just the small area that you can see at the top of this new staircase took 96 concrete truckloads to complete. These stairs will be open to our fans on Monday night, and the completion of these stairs will allow us to open a new super gate on the west side of the stadium, making entry and access to the fan entertainment zone much easier. In addition, now that the staircase is open, we can begin demolition of the existing pedestrian ramps on the west side of the stadium. So those of you that have fallen in love with walking up those ramps when you go from ground level to the upper deck, this might be the last chance you have to say goodbye, so don't miss the opportunity. We're making progress. There's no question about that. But we're still in the infant stages of construction. To put it in perspective, as of now, we've completed approximately 5% of the work necessary to complete the project. So a lot of activity, a lot of work going on, but we're, in essence, just getting started. But we are still on track for an August 2028 opening. As a reminder, we will continue to play here at Everbank Stadium at full capacity for the remainder of the 2025 season. The 2026 season will also be played here in Jacksonville, but at a reduced capacity of approximately 43,500 seats. And our 2028 home schedule will be played in either Gainesville or Orlando. Hopefully we'll have resolution on that in the not too distant future. During the entire construction period, the football team and the football staff will continue to be based in the Miller Electric Center. Next February, the Jaguars business and administrative staff will move out of our current location in the stadium into the new office building across Lot J next to the new Four Seasons Hotel. So If you look to your left, obviously that is the Four Seasons Hotel, and I'll let others give updates on that as appropriate, but you can see a lot of the framing work is already begun. There's windows being installed, and next to that, the office building that is completely enclosed, and we expect to be moving in there next February. So far so good. This remains an extremely complex project with unforeseen conditions presenting themselves on a regular basis. But thanks to the experience and professionalism of our design and construction team, many of the leaders are here today, and in particular the skilled construction labor force working on this project, we continue to move forward as scheduled. We also have representatives from many leading Jacksonville companies that are working on this project. Like I said, we're so early in this project, but one of the goals was to keep as much work as possible local, focus on those small and emerging businesses, many of them part of the Jacksonville JSEB program. And again, while it's really early, of those JSEB qualified projects, over 28% of that work has gone to local JSEB contractors. So, and that has not happened by accident. It's been a real focus from our construction team, and hopefully we can continue to make significant progress. Obviously, this would not be possible without the support and commitment of our partner, the City of Jacksonville. In addition to the elected officials who joined us today, it is my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of the City of Jacksonville, Donna Deegan. She was extremely strong as we went through this process, along with the City Council, and we couldn't be more thrilled about the strength of our partnership. Mayor.
Thank you so much, Mark. It's an exciting day here in Jacksonville. This marks many steps forward for the Jaguar Stadium of the future, but also for our entire city. Isn't this a grand staircase? I mean, it really is. It is a grand staircase. I'm looking forward to walking up all 66 steps of it shortly. The grand staircase one is impressive, but it's more than a staircase. It represents another rendering becoming a reality in our city. It is the first portion of the Stadium of the Future that fans will be able to use during our next home game. So it's really exciting progress. Our city has real momentum, and nothing shows it more than the many cranes in the air. Mark's already talked about some of them. Just over a year ago, we approved this Stadium of the Future, and here we are today about to cut the ribbon on the first part of it. Love to see everything moving forward. It doesn't get enough attention, and Mark mentioned it briefly, that so many of the folks working on this stadium are from right here in our community, from local apprenticeships to Jacksonville small and emerging businesses, and we're very proud of that. A total of nearly 18,000 full and part-time jobs will be created by this stadium investment, and that is big for our local economy, so we thank you for that. Not to mention a generation of $2.4 billion in economic impact for construction and a total of $26 billion over the 30-year lease. I could not be prouder of those facts and the significant return on investment we are going to see from this stadium for Jacksonville's taxpayers. I'm also proud of how the Community Benefits Agreement, or CBA, is coming together, thanks in part to the efforts of Councilman Arias and Peluso. The next CBA committee meeting will take place on October 15th, and we are all looking forward to seeing what comes out of that. There's plenty of other progress happening right here in the Sports and Entertainment District and in the surrounding areas, including downtown, of course. Just look around and you'll see construction everywhere, cranes in the air all over the place, rehabilitation or innovation, such as the Four Seasons, Rise Doro, Metropolitan Park, and the Shipyards, Riverfront Plaza, and Pearl Square, which of course we now know is going to include a Publix, which will be huge for downtown. That's just to name a few of the projects that are underway. So back to the reason now that we are here today, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The team's next home game marks only not the first time the Grand Staircase 1 will be open, but also to the team's first Monday Night Football game since 2013. So that's going to be great. So we're all very excited about that, and I would love for everyone in Duval to step up and support the Jaguars by wearing teal on Monday. We've sort of gotten in the habit at City Hall because, you know, Victory Monday's been a thing. So we've gotten in the habit at City Hall of wearing our teal for Victory Monday. So let's go ahead and celebrate early for Monday Night Football and have everybody dress up on Monday in your teal. Let's show the Kansas City Chiefs and the world our Jaguars' pride by wearing teal. And to that end, I am officially proclaiming Monday, October 6th as Turn Up in Teal Day in Jacksonville. So Tony, please join me up here to accept a proclamation on behalf of the team that we are officially proclaiming Monday Turn Up in Teal Day in Jacksonville. You all better be in your teal. I'm coming after you if you're not. Okay, here we go, Tony. Here we go. Let's step up here.
Well, thank you, Mayor. First, let me say thank you, Mayor Deegan, for your leadership at the city, not just with this project, but everything going on in the city. I think it's a testament to your mayorship and what you've done, and your whole staff and our city council. Really appreciate the leadership, because being here for over 30 years now, seeing the growth of our city and becoming what it can be and what it should be is pretty exciting to me. Also, it's a dream come true to have this job, and a lot of it's to have a partner in Mark Lamping and the business staff and the team we have here with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we are excited about where we're going. Mark said something about, I think, 5% of the way here in the construction. We're at the beginning stages as well as building this football team and what type of football team we're going to be. And myself, Liam Cohen, and James Gladstone have the honor given to us by Shad to come and to build an organization and build a football organization that this community can be proud of. And that's what we're going to do. It means something to be a Jaguar. To be a Jaguar is a privilege. You are invited to be a part of our organization, and there's a standard that everyone has to meet. And to be partnered with James and Liam to be able to do that is a ton of fun. And I hope that you see so far what we're doing. We're at the beginning stages. We are just getting started. I'm glad that Mayor Deegan's been able, everyone's been able to have Victory Mondays and wearing teal. Hopefully there's more of those. But win or lose, the one thing I can promise you from this football team, when people come play us, whether it's here, on the road, or wherever, they are going to feel our team. They're going to know that they were in a game. And we will play a style of football that will represent this city and our fan base. And my challenge to all of us, because it's really important that when a team comes to Everbank, Everbank is going to be a place when teams around the league come to play us, they are going to know they're in for a fight. They're going to know that it's going to be a physical contest, that they're going to play a tough team. That is going to be known. Win or lose, I can't tell you. NFL's tough. It's hard to win games. What also I'd like to happen, because I know this is who our fan base is, they should feel our fan base when they come to Everbank Stadium. They should know when they come to Jacksonville, not only are they going to have to deal with us on the field, they're going to have to deal with all of Duval in this great stadium. Under construction, limited capacity, and when we're all done at full capacity, we want this place full of Jaguar fans in teal, and we start Monday night. So we are excited, appreciate the support, excited about what we're doing here, and these steps are just the first sign, a first image of where we're going as an organization, as a city. So thank you very much, and let's go Jags.
All right, we're going to conduct a brief Q&A at this point. So our media friends here, if you could raise your hand. We've got a couple handheld mics in the back here. And please just direct your question to one of our dignitaries up here and mention, please, along the way, who you are and what media outlet you're representing. So let's get started. Any takers? Okay. Alessandra?
Just Mark and then Donna, just how exciting is this for the future of the franchise and just for City of Jacksonville? I know you mentioned it, but finally to see the first part of the construction officially done.
Well, obviously, I'm a huge fan. I'm a homer all day long, and I can't tell you how exciting this is for me. I mean, I was so grateful for how well the process went as we negotiated this deal last year. Everybody was on the same page, everybody running towards the finish line on it. And to see this beginning, I just want everybody to understand this is the emergence of our city. This is such a big part of the emergence of our city. And so for me, it's an exciting and wonderful day for Jacksonville, and it's just going to get better.
Before I answer that question, Councilman Gaffney, thank you very much for attending. Councilman Johnson in the back, thank you very much. Try to stay dry back there. You know, this at the start of this process, and as Mayor Deegan referenced, it was not the easiest of processes, but it was the most efficient because our interests were aligned from the very beginning. And you know, we've collectively said that if the end result of this is just a new shiny new stadium for the Jaguars and a 30-year lease extension, then we would have missed a huge opportunity to impact the community. And I think you can see it already. Not only the significant number of local companies that are involved. I see Ed Witt back here, Miller Electric is here doing an amazing job in partnering on this project, putting local Duval County citizens to work, which is a great thing, but also the spin-off effect. And, you know, the stuff is finally coming together, and it's not because of just one project. It's the result of all of these projects. And, you know, we couldn't be happier with, you know, our partnership, not only with the mayor, her leadership, but also with the city council. None of this would have happened without your leadership and your courage and your support. And, you know, I hope that we are repaying all of you for your confidence.
Okay, right behind Alessandra.
Good morning, y'all. A couple of questions. Brianna Brownlee, News for Jax. First, I want to start by asking, of course, Monday Night Football in Jacksonville, first time since 2013. Just talk about what does that mean for us?
I mean, we're excited. I mean, I think our players are excited, our coaches. The opportunity, you know, we've done a lot of great things. We started fast. We've had good games, but now we get an opportunity to do it in front of everybody. Monday night's special for players because you know all your peers are watching. There's no other game, so it's not just the fans watching. The guys that you play against, coach against, are all going to be watching. And we're looking forward to the opportunity to go out there and show again who we are as an organization, who we are as a football team. And I'm excited for our fans to get to show the whole world who we are as a fan base, too. So it's a big opportunity for all of us.
Can I say, too, I hope everybody is all in to pack the bank because we need the biggest crowd we've ever had. We need to show up and show out and show our pride in Jacksonville. So everybody, please come out, and let's make sure this team knows we support them.
And one last question, of course, when it comes to, you know, we're talking about the stadium, we're talking about keeping the business here locally. Just talk about this national televised game, what that can do for the local economy here.
I'll leave that to the experts on the local economy. That's not me.
Look, I think anytime we can be in the national spotlight, it's a great thing. I mean, we have a beautiful city. Sometimes I wish they'd take some newer pictures, and I hope they will. You know.
Amen. I agree with that.
I see the landing a little bit too often, but since we're about to open Riverfront Plaza, you know, in just a matter of a couple months, I hope they're going to start getting some great footage of all of our beautiful riverfront parks and that beautiful Four Seasons going up and all the cranes in the air. But honestly, it helps us because people see a city on the rise, a city on the move, and they see all of our natural, beautiful amenities in Jacksonville. And the fact that we have a team that's really playing at a high level right now, I think also puts a great spotlight on us. So it's all upside for the local economy for sure.
I think I saw a hand straight back. We're getting there.
Hi, Logan McDonald, Action News Jax. Obviously, new coach, new GM, new staircase. It's all about new beginnings here for the Jaguars this year. Just talk a little bit about how some of all these new changes, whether it's, you know, the coaching, the personnel, the staircase, 95% of the changes still to come, how that adds a layer of excitement and buzz around the team that hopefully drives the fans and drives the team on the field even more so as a result.
Well, let me pick up on that and also the question before that. We've said this many times in the past, and our fan base is so too often unfairly maligned by the national media. All the talk about, oh, the Jaguars are leaving Jacksonville, Jaguar fans don't show up. All of that is such an unfair narrative, and that narrative has extended at times, to the city. And the idea that we have the opportunity to showcase the city in front of the entire country, show not only the strength of our fan base, but also the emergence of the city and what's happening there. I mean, people don't talk about the fastest growing city in New York or in the state of Florida. They don't talk about what's happening in terms of job growth. They don't talk about affordability. They don't talk about desirability in terms of a place to locate a small business. All of those things are right here in Jacksonville. And to the degree we can, as a football team, if we can help create a platform for those messages to get out a little more frequently, then I think that's a good thing.
Is there another question straight back?
Oh,
We good? Anybody else for Jamal?
How does that change their experience for Monday?
There's really two things, and if I miss anything, I see Chad Johnson's here. Feel free to jump in and correct or add to what I'm saying. Two big changes. One is we're going to have a significantly larger entry gate now. We're going to have what we call a super gate here at Gate 1, which now will be just about the same size as the big super gate we have on the other side of the plaza on the east side of the stadium. So there should be more points of entry. There were two gates over here. Those are being consolidated into one gate. So the old Gate 1 is now moving south just a little bit, gives access to the fan entertainment zone. And the staircases will be open, so fans will be able to use the stairs if they choose. If they don't want to walk the stairs, there's two escalators right to the left here. And then when the stadium opens in 2028, there will be additional escalators at each of the four corners adjacent to these new staircases. And again, the goal is to get our fans as easily to the main concourse as we can.
Okay, one more here up here up front, Emily or Cassie.
First of all, Councilwoman Jacoby Pittman, I want to say thank you for bringing us together. What you said earlier in terms of for small emerging minority businesses to participate in the process, tell me how difficult, or if that was difficult, and how you all can be an example for other new businesses that are building in Jacksonville.
Well, it's a focus on all small businesses, and it's a focus on local companies. And I think the key with this, as long as you begin to address it up front, just like you did with the apprentice program, with the trade unions. Hunt, Barton, Mallow, I see MJ was here. I know Whitney's here. It has been a very concentrated effort. There has to be a lot of communication going out first. I think we've had over 10 seminars, events, just to get to know the local small businesses. We encourage those that are associated with those businesses to be involved. And like I said, it's just an effort every single day, and it's a commitment which, we have a goal in our agreement with the city. We didn't need the goal. We've been committed to it with every project we've done here. And every project that we've done, we've been focusing on keeping the work local, and to the degree that project can leave a legacy. The way it leaves a legacy is it gives a step up to an emerging business. And that emerging business that may have 4 employees today might have 14 2 years from now, and then 44. And that benefits the entire community, not just that small and emerging business.
I just want to thank you for keeping your promise, because that was one of my concerns, and I wanted to make sure that was happening. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up with one more question in the back.
Hi, Joe Lister, Daily Record. You touched on what new fans will see that's new Monday night. What else is new coming later in the season? What's the next public-facing step for stadium renovations that fans will see that's not underground?
Well, I think the first thing you'll see, which is facilitated by the opening of these stairs, is that, as I mentioned earlier, the ramps behind the stairs will begin demolition. I think demolition actually begins next week. You'll begin to see, just as these stairs have risen on this corner, there's work going on as of right now on all the 3 remaining corners. So you'll begin to see this type of work coming up. And then, as we've said before, there's very large structural columns that will circle the stadium. You'll begin to see those coming out of the ground. And those are really important in that it's those structural columns that ultimately will support the roof that goes over the stadium.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Tony. Quick reminder, to make sure as you depart today, please be sure to grab a commemorative Stadium of the Future hard hat on your way out. But first, let's make this official. It's time for a ceremonial ribbon cutting as we welcome you into the future here at Staircase 1.
If we could have all the elected officials join us, please. Chiefs, come on up. There'll be more people than scissors, but that's okay.
Jimmy to roll up.
Jimmy, can you cut and drive at the same time?
Got it.